Hey everybody, Paul Wooten here, coming back to you with another video. So we have a matchbox here that is a earth hauler which has flipped. We used to call these flippers. Sometimes the vehicle would turn over in a case, and sometimes you could get it back straight, but this vehicle right here, there's no way that it flipped on the big ship on its way over to the United States. This was put in upside down. Not that big of a deal. Kid buys this, opens it up, will never know it was in the package wrong. Collectors, we love them. We love to see upside down. Nowadays it ain't as big a deal, but used to, you know, these were sought after. And it's crazy why we would be looking for a car that was just flipped over. I got two more. This one here possibly could have flipped on its own, you know, bouncing around, but that's another one. And then this one here, quite possibly, could have flipped maybe on its own. It's not a whole lot of room for it to flip, but those were cool. People looked after them. I used to grab every one of them I could find. Then I realized that errors are like this one here, has no windshield in it. Which, as far as a kid's concerned, this vehicle could be opened and played with and probably would never notice that the windshield was gone. And if they did, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So here's another. I know I'm going to hit the forward jokes, but go right ahead. Negative feedback is good feedback in my eyes, but no windshield, no. Then we have a vehicle that has no front wheel. That's an absolute broken toy. In my opinion, broken toy. Dollar General, $1 back in the day. But that is a broken toy. Kid got that, got home, tried to roll it, wouldn't roll. Crying. But us collectors, we look for stuff like that, and most of the time we leave them in the package, so no harm, no foul. Then we get into other errors, like this matchbox here. If you notice, the front wheel is different than the rear wheel. No big deal, would still roll. Most time, child would never know. Adult collector, love it. We've got this Lincoln, which has a blacked out rear wheel, lace wheel, and the front is chrome. Cool error for the collector, kid would never know. We've got this Tantrum. This was a Easter egg exclusive, and it has a blacked out front wheel on it. Kid probably would never know. Collectors love it. Then we've got this, yeah, we could talk about this milk truck here, which just released once again this year. Same paint scheme, same tempo, but this one here has a non-chromed rear wheel. Once again, broken record. Collector love it. Kids wouldn't have no idea. Just more examples of this was a Kmart release. Kmart only. And there is no interior. Which this would still be played. Could play with it. No big deal. Collectors love it, like I said. And the kids would never know. This one here is probably a broken toy. Large front lace wheel and small rear lace wheel. The car would probably roll. I'm not going to take it out of the package, but it could still roll, but it wouldn't go down the track very well. So really that would be a broken toy. Great for the collector, bad for the play if you're going to play with it. And here's kind of a small, cool, but subtle error variation. I don't think it was a variation. I think it's an error. If you look at the top one, which is a lighter pink, and the lower one is a darker pink, the top one has the inner flames or scallops without the center tampo. They didn't put the second gray tampo on it, which I had a bunch of these, and these I think are also, maybe I'm incorrect. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought this was a Kmart, maybe a Kmart release, maybe not. But either way, I kept these both for comparison. I love this casting. Have quite a few, not all of them, but I thought it was cool with that one not having the interior of. You can see where they started. If I can point my finger at it. Right there in the top one, they started with it, but it just looked like it never did continue. So really the full purpose of this video was to kind of tell you that all manufacturers out there make mistakes, and those are all dollar cars. One of my buddies gave this one to me at one of the shows, thought it was cool, kind of a gag gift. He shook it, shook it just a little bit and says, "Hey, guess what?" I thought, I don't know. What could it be? And he hands it to me. I say, "Yo, pretty cool, but not cool." I run into these way too much. I love wagons, and you knew I did. So this video is not to bash M2, because I love the wagons that M2 makes. They make a great product. Friends with one of the designers over there, M2, have known him for a long time. And would never say anything foul about him or his company, but I don't know if I'm going to get this thing open. There it goes. So, we're wondering, why does the bodies pop off of these cars? I don't know. This part is screwed down really well, because I actually already tried to remove the screw, and it is stripped. It won't come loose. So we have really nothing wrong with the car, as long as it doesn't get beat up, and when the stalkers, find it, or the collectors shake it like a popcorn bag or something. But if we look closely, the screw is in there. I don't know if you can tell, but it just doesn't protrude through. So obviously it did not get screwed into the body before it was put in the package and buckled down. And it would be one thing if it only happens every once in a while, but I've been into a couple Walmarts where there'd be 5 or 6 of these. I'm trying to see if I could even put it together. It's like, how could you have put this on here and not screwed that together? I can't get it to set in there to where it would seem like it was put together. You can tell it's not in, but I know people out there will comment and say they find quite a few of these also, but it just stinks because the retailers can't sell them. They sit on the shelves and they hog up the space on the shelves, and then new product doesn't come in because they have 5 or 6 of these ones that are broken that nobody wants. But why don't we like this kind of an error? Why do we, as a collector, love a screwed up, mixed up 99-cent car, but when we pay $5, $6 to $7 for a vehicle that is supposed to be adult collectible, why do we not consider that a collectible error? That's what I want to know. You tell me. I'm probably going to just leave this like it is, and so for it. Conversation piece. But yeah, you guys tell me. You guys tell me. What do y'all see in the background over there? A little dinosaur inside. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Why is one type of error acceptable? Now I've got, here you guys, look at this. I can't pause this, so give me 1 second. I'm going to try not to fall. Y'all miss me yet? I had to run across the room to grab another higher end $5, $6 car. that is broke. But why is this a cool collectible? Why is it cool for this to be collectible? And the M2 that is broken in the package, why is this okay? Why is a Larry's Garage shift kicker unspun rivet in the engine? The front wheel falls off. The car is broken. Why is this acceptable? Why do we like this? Why would we pay extra money for this vehicle here to be jacked up, but we're not willing to pay extra money and leave these sitting on the pegs because they fall apart? I don't really understand. So these are the price point, around the same price. $4 something, $5, $6, or wherever you're at. Tell me. I'm going to leave it there. Comment below. What do you think? Why is it acceptable in one brand, not the other? The example in front of you is basically close to the same price point. A collectible. I'll leave it there. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below.